Hi everyone, I'm Kieran and I'm a Menlo Park vlogger. Thanks for joining me back in this series of vlogs. Today I'm going to be just sharing a few tips and pointers of a few things that I've learned throughout my GP training. And I hope that those of you who are planning to embark on this training pathway to become a GP, hope that you would find this helpful in some ways. Before I do that, don't forget to follow Menlo Park on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter to make sure you don't miss any of my videos. If you do have any questions, please drop them in the comment section down below, and we will make sure to get back to you on them. Right, so let's get started. A few things that I've learned throughout my GP training is I have to say there's been quite a few things that I would stress on more. One of them is just making sure you seek help earlier on in the training program. If you are struggling for whatsoever reason, and that could be personal reasons, or that could be struggling at work, or just with the team you're working with, just make sure that you know who your program director is and your supervisors, because they are important people that will be there for you, hopefully, and guide you through the training program in case you're struggling. The second thing that I've learned is that please make sure that you have a really good work-life balance. This is really important because it's really easy for us to get dragged down, in this spiral of never-ending assignments and tasks at work. And the last thing you need is to be burnt out. And I always believe that a doctor that looks after him or herself will actually be a healthier and happier doctor, and then you could provide a better care to your patients. So make sure you have something you could run back to, whether it's a hobby, it's some other activities, or even spending time with your family, to make sure that you get a bit of time for yourself outside work. Okay. The other thing I would advise is just try to keep in contact with your peers from your study groups or your teaching groups. I know in the past, I think some trainees have created WhatsApp groups, and these are quite helpful actually, because you get to ask questions in case you're not sure about exams, or you get to create study groups that will be helpful for your exams preparation as well. And even just simple things, even if you're not sure how to submit a leave request in your deanery, and at least you have someone to get some help from. The next thing I would advise is that I've come to learn, is that as you are rotating through different medical specialties at hospitals, make sure that you are learning skills, or that you would be specifically helpful for GP land. And when I say that is, for example, if you were doing ops and gynae, learning how to use a speculum, or learning how to look for specific clinical signs of an ectopic pregnancy. So these are quite helpful to allow you to identify these patients when they come to you in emergency setting in GP practice. And you are currently working with trained professionals at the ops and gynae unit, for example. So where else better to learn that? So that would be another one of them. The next thing I would advise as well, what I've come to learn, is that there are a lot of social media groups, a lot of Facebook groups that you could join specifically for your training purposes, the MRC GP, training groups, study groups for your written and practical exams. Might be helpful to join them. And again, it's a source of support if you feel like a bit isolated, or you feel you don't really know what you're doing, or you're a bit lost in, let's say, your exams preparation, or even completing your portfolio assignments. So it's helpful to have these sort of groups to guide you when you need them to. Okay. um, that is all basically in a nutshell. I hope this has been helpful, and until then, we'll see you later.